Every 10 minutes a baby is born preterm in the United Kingdom. My main clinical interest is in the prediction and the prevention of adverse pregnancy complications. These typically involve situations where babies are either born too soon or too small, and therefore at risk of developing problems after birth which will affect later life chances.
I knew that I always wanted to have children, so when I got pregnant I was over the moon. I think it was on Boxing Day I started to have twinges of backache, and everything changed very quickly then. When I got here I met Nigel, and he was very, very good at reassuring me, but he was also very honest about the fact of where I was and that I was going to go into labour early. Angus was born at 25 weeks and he weighed 2 pounds 4 ounces. Angus was very, very poorly. One of the earliest memories was the very concerning discussions around brain injury and brain damage, and I remember that being incredibly difficult. He was in intensive care for around 80 days. He then got moved into special care in Leeds for another 2.5 months there, and then after a couple of days he was home with us for good. Later on, when I came back and met Nigel to talk to me about what would happen if I got pregnant again and what care and support that as a family we would get, I saw him, if not every week, every couple of weeks, right throughout that. And we had scans and we had checks, and if we ever had concerns, we knew he was at the end of a phone. It felt very kind, very professional, but very caring, and it made the world of difference.
There's a lot that we know about already, and there are many mechanisms by which we understand early delivery to take place, and what we're seeking to do now is to look even further at the causes so that we can understand even more precise ways in which we can help mums. What Cerebra have enabled us to do is to carry out the fundamental science, provide more effective care at a local level, and at a national level has given us access the decision-making committees in which care is practiced and implemented throughout the NHS. Cerebra and Leeds have worked very well together to influence that national conversation, and that means that the impact of a donation goes far beyond an individual. It will permeate all the way through that process to change within our community as a whole.
You know, I owe a real debt to Nigel for the care he gave and just the compassion that he shows, you know, to people who were going through a pretty tough time.
I went into medicine because that classic phrase, I wanted to help people. Participating in the journeys that parents take at moments of crisis, being able to walk alongside them and have that privilege of being there with them through another pregnancy towards, or the current pregnancy, to a successful outcome is the best feeling.